You're listening to the RMTV Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the RMTV Podcast. Geordie and Ryley Bamblett.
How's it going?
How you going,
Special
mate?
guest.
Yeah, special guest, special time.
Now, Vegas is done. It's wrapped up. Obviously,
Shit show that it was.
it was probably the worst round out of the first year and the second year, I thought.
I'd agree, yeah.
But before we get into things, Ryley, so Ryley, tell us a bit about yourself, mate. Obviously, you like to run. We're close mates, and you're dropping a business.
Yeah, so my name's Ryley Bamblett, 24 years old, Bam Electrical, coming soon. Or just released.
Sounds like a dating profile, doesn't it?
like
I'm 24
that,
years
mate.
old. I'm a Virgo.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a young Sparky, and
Yeah.
he'll
So-
fix your holes or not.
Mate, he's shockingly good, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just released Bam Electrical. Specialise in LED, power, lights, fans, also commercial, industrial. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we will drop the Ryley's and Bam Electrical links in the bio.
Yep.
So if you if you need anything done in terms of LEDs, like behind us, or just like power strips, fanning, you know who to call.
Give the
Ryley
man a
Bamblett.
call. Give him a yell.
So we started off Sunday in Vegas, and it was a bit of a Super League. That was a flogging. So the so-called quote-unquote world champions, they were dog shit.
But let's be serious here, though. If you're a Broncos fan, how are you feeling watching Leeds just demolish them like that?
I mean,
I find it hilarious.
I kind of feel like do they really give a shit? Like, or maybe like the World Cup challenge. It is what it is, right?
I mean,
bit
look,
of a preseason fuck around, I think.
I would say every club except for the Roosters agree, because the Roosters are the last one that seemed to be able to fucking do it. Kyle Flanagan's the last halfback to win a World Club challenge from Australia. How's that work?
And like, yeah, I don't know. Like they got flogged. What? It was over like 50 to something to 6.
Yeah, ridiculous. By Leeds just dominated them.
And
Mike
then-
Acevo though, how good was he?
Yeah.
So like, what was the better game? Obviously, the first game, Newcastle Cowboys. Newcastle ran away with the win, and I think a lot of people, Cowboys were favourites, and Nui they pipped it home. But Sandon Smith did come on after Fletcher Sharp injured himself.
Yeah, I reckon the Newcastle Cowboys game was actually better. 28-18.
You reckon?
I reckon it was a better game. I have some thoughts on the Dogs game that we're going to go into. I actually thought the Newcastle Cowboys game was better, to be honest. I was very disappointed by the Bulldogs Dragons game for a multitude of reasons.
Yeah, well, I think you got to look at it this way, right? They're both poo slingers. You're not having
In a way.
They
you're
were
not-
both actual poo slingers, yeah.
like Bulldogs. They're a poo slinger. What have they won?
Mate,
What-
they struggled.
much,
They struggled to beat the Dragons.
Like,
Yeah.
what do you think about the Bulldogs, Ryley?
Yeah, look, I think they've been pretenders pretty much the last year or two,
Yeah.
but like, bit
That-
average.
Well, they got to the finals 2 years ago. Manly smoked them. Well,
Yeah.
they came back from
It,
behind
it
Manly.
was great,
Yeah.
though, because a lot of the Bulldogs fans were out the back celebrating, because Luke and I were at that game, and they were out the back celebrating.
10 points,
Yeah, and then Manly just went through the middle and got him. And they're all out there celebrating as a siren goes off, and Manly is celebrating, and all the Dogs fans are out the back.
Yeah, so the first try scorer of the NRL season, Fletcher Baker.
Yeah, no, Fletcher Sharp.
Fletcher Sharp.
Fletcher Baker's a forward that can't even crack first grade anymore.
There you go. So what was the score? Pull them up, Geordie. So
28-18 Newcastle over the Cowboys.
I think that's a good bit of a confidence
But I-
booster for them.
Newcastle, it shocked me, like the way they played. I thought Cowboys were just going to run over the top of them.
12 all at halftime as well.
Yeah, I think Cowboys, bottom 4. I think they're dog shit. Todd Payton might be the first to
I
go.
was going to say Peyton's first to go, isn't he? He's first in line.
Do you think Dearden will still get selected, though, for Queensland?
Yeah.
I think-
As Billy Slater said, but we're still Queenslanders. We're still Queenslanders.
Because Riley's a Queenslander.
Yeah.
That I think
Yeah.
he's born in Westmead. Is this true? Can we confirm this?
Nah, born in Queensland, Brisbane, New Farm. So
Westmead, that's in Queensland.
Yeah. We're getting off track. Here. But I think credit to Newcastle. Obviously finished last year. Got the win. Ponga looked alright. Ponga had a decent stint.
252 days since they last won a game of football.
Really? Nui?
Nui. 252
Were they
days.
that shit there last year?
When Ponga went down, they were fucked because Ponga went down. Sharp got hurt over in Perth, and he was their bright light.
Yeah.
They didn't win a game last year without Fletcher Sharp in their team.
Yeah. I think they'll try. Maybe they'll try and push for the 8. Maybe like that 11th, 12th. I think
if Ponga stays healthy, they've got a shot. Because as you can see from today, Ponga was the catalyst for everything.
He was pretty electric.
Yeah.
I thought
it's Ponga's team.
I thought Dylan Brown was a bit quiet.
Very
for
quiet
his first game. He's on the big coin. Didn't do much.
He's on more than Ponga. That's the scary part.
So who do you think is going to be like the MVP on the strip tonight for Newcastle?
Ponga.
I reckon Bradman.
No, you know what? No.
I
reckon Bradman's going to calm down a bit because I think he's just had a kid or he's about to have a kid with Kayla, his partner. So I reckon Ponga and Dillbags.
Yeah.
I reckon they're going to be pretty even. Bradman will give it a shot, but I reckon, Ponga and Dillbags.
Dillbags has,
There's a reason he's Dillbags.
Exactly.
It's not the bags of money he's now pulling in.
Even Dom Young, he's underrated.
Dom Young would get some attention over there, wouldn't he?
He would. Sure. And I'm sure Cowboys will hit the strip as well after. Probably a disappointing.
There's probably a couple of them that aren't allowed to hit the strip, but we won't go too far into that.
And then obviously the second game, it wasn't too bad. Look, it went into Golden Point, Dragons versus Bulldogs, and look. Excuse me, everyone thinking the Bulldogs are going to push for the top 4 this year, around that end.
You'd think so.
Mate, I'll be honest. If they play like that this year, then they're no shot for the top 8. And look, I know it's round 1. They're working in.
They were up against the Dragons outfit to which Shane Flanagan said, "We're not going to win the comp this year."
But you know what? The Dragons weren't even that good, but I still think the Dragons deserve that win.
Yeah,
there was quite a few calls that should have gone the other way. And I mean, the deciding call, which ended up leading to Crichton being able to kick that field goal, Sherry lost that absolutely plumb fucking cold.
Do you think Stephen Crichton's a bit protected?
100% he is.
Yeah.
Mate, how many blokes can fly through, hit a guy in the side of the head?
Yeah, true.
And to anyone who wants to put in but he was ducking. Ponga was ducking in the first game, and Braden Burns still got put in the bin. So... Crichton's the most protected guy. And the other thing that shat me about that game...
Take it away, please. I'd like to hear it.
Was it Sully or Tuapolotu pushed Preston...
The money man?
Yeah, pushed Jacob Preston in the face because Preston was holding on to him. So he pushed him in the face to get rid of him. Bulldogs get a penalty straight away. Yeah. Haywood, Galvin, all this start pushing a few of the Dragons guys after a tackle. All of a sudden, the Dogs will get the ball. Sorry, that 2 + 2 don't equal fucking 4 there. Genuinely.
Well, they can't counterform in Belmore. So.
I'm extremely angry at that refereeing because I think that was... If you're going to America, you want to put on the best product, right? Send fucking Adam G over. Genuinely, because I was so disappointed because what could have been a decent game just got ruined.
Yeah.
The RMTV podcast is brought to you by FDS Eyewear. FDS Eyewear is your one-stop shop for quality, affordable eyewear. With the latest lens technology and weekly eye testing services, FDS Eyewear provides competitive rates over the larger optical retailers. Visit their store at Wentworthville Plaza, just a short drive from Parramatta.
Yeah, look, I think the Dogs, they showed up and...
In parts.
In parts. Yeah. They just got the win. I thought Galvin didn't do much. He played a few good short balls.
Yeah, a few good forward passes.
Yeah. I think maybe one time it played off in the first 20 minutes of the game where I think one of the forwards scored. I don't know his name, but who gives a shit, right?
Preston.
We're too busy hanging shit on him, I think.
Yeah, Preston. But I think I think Ashley Klein, after going to New Zealand last year, and seeing Klein at the club, I think he's going to have a big night out in Vegas tonight.
Klein will have a big night.
Yeah. When I was in Auckland, I saw him at one of the Irish pubs down in Auckland. Yep. Saw Klein there.
Mate, his weekend was over. He didn't care.
Nah, but it's. I think who's going to be there next year? So obviously there's.
All right, so let's...
Obviously, if there was if Dolphins weren't in the comp, right, and obviously the North Sydney Bears, Perth Bears are coming in next year.
Because how many seasons is that now? 3? 4?
This is the 3rd season. So season 1, Manly and Rabbitohs played, and Roosters Broncos. And then season 2, or version 2, was the Raiders, Warriors, Penrith, Cronulla.
Yep.
And then this year we've obviously had Newcastle Cowboys, Dogs, and Dragons.
So who would you send over there, Ryley?
Who's left?
Well, there's Melbourne, Titans, Para, Tigers, and Dolphins.
Well,
and obviously and Bears now.
I don't think the Bears
Gold
will go over
Coast,
that.
Melbourne.
No. I think from a real...
Well, actually, no. Legitimately, when you think about it, the only teams that are left to go are the Dolphins, the Titans, Melbourne, Parramatta, Wests, and the Bears.
Yeah.
So I think you're pretty safe on probably Storm and Para would have to go,
that's the
right?
safe bet, probably, yeah.
They can have the Zach Lomax Cup.
From
Cup.
reports, Storm have been against it.
Tigers and Titans will be like the poo slinger game before.
Well, do you send the Dolphins?
No, Tigers and Titans.
You reckon Tigers, Titans? You reckon the Finns get a
Poo
run?
Slinger. Start with the Poo Slinger. Yeah, I don't mind that.
And then they'll do Para Melbourne, I reckon.
Yeah.
Which would then leave, next year.
And then round 1, Dolphins can versus Bears.
Well,
the
PNG as well, 2028.
Yeah,
but you won't see that, like, first year of a team, they're not going to send them to Vegas. There's not enough of a following to do that.
Yeah.
So what do you think about so obviously I guess we'll guess what the teams will be next year, but do you think PNG is that going to work? Obviously Michael Chalmers, former journo, now he's running the show.
Is he the owner?
He's
GM.
GM. General manager there.
He's the Gus Gould.
He reckons the first 10 years there'll be a tax write-off. So you'll get, if you're getting paid, if your contract's $1 million, you will get $1 million, right? Not like if you're here in Australia, you'd probably get taxed 90% of the.
It'd be interesting to see if the ATO try and take some of that, though.
Sure.
If they still, if you're an Australian citizen, it'd be interesting to know what the rules and regs are around that.
I read a report that after the 10 years, they're scrapping it, and then by that 10 years, that's when the PNG, I guess, players will get a spot in the team.
PNG have a few good players, but they're all playing reserve grade at the moment. So, like, you look at, like, your Justin Olam's and that, if you didn't have to medically retire, like, that'd be a beautiful marquee
I thought
signing.
Olam was alright at Melbourne, and then he went to Tiger.
He's pretty good, underrated centre.
Yeah, 100%.
Solid centre, fast.
But like a lot of things, went to West and turned to shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty valid.
Do you think, taking it back to Vegas for a sec, do you think it's working there? Like, obviously today they got about 45,000. I think last season they got about 45 as well. But I think that's 45,000 through the gates between 3 games. So, look, if my maths is wrong here, but divided by 3, what's that, like 17,500?
I mean, at the end of the day, right, if you think about it, the most attended game there would have been Newcastle Cowboys, because you would have had the Pommy fans still hanging around, and then like we're sitting there watching the Dogs Dragons, and it looked empty. It looked like there was 20,000 people there.
It looked terrible. It looked like a Sunday afternoon at fucking Shark Park.
Form. hey, Portaloo Stadium, thank you. Let's get it right.
I mean, I don't know. I like what they're doing. Do you think so? Obviously, Peter Valenti, he's come out, and Andrew Abdo saying they want to expand out of Vegas. They want to go to Miami, London, the Middle East. Where, if you had to,
I don't think it's ready.
I'll tell you what, if they go to the Middle East, they might have to build a new stadium at the moment. It's a bit controversial over there. But no, in all seriousness, like, if they're smart and they go to, like, Dubai, where they have a lot of sevens tournaments, like rugby union sevens, Hong Kong, Japan love their rugby union. Like, they may get it right, but the problem is, right, rugby league is not popular over there.
no,
At least in America, you've got a lot of expats. You've got a lot of Aussie Americans that live over there that are keen to do it. You know, they've done the right things. They've got, like, your Rob Gronkowskis and that involved in trying to pump it up.
Yeah.
But if majority of your fan base at that stadium has flown from Australia, which they reckon there was about 20 to 30,000 people that flew over there, that's more than half your stadium, right? And that's including England as well, right? Yeah. So you're obviously not drawing a local crowd. So at what point is it not worth it?
Yeah, look, I think it's a bit of a it's just a big rugby league event. It's the US version of Magic Round, I think.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And look, maybe would it work if you took the whole round over there and did like a whole Friday to Sunday?
Honestly, I'd rather that. Hey,
That'd be alright.
the only reason they won't do it is the cost associated.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, every player goes business class, at least business class.
Well, now they're doing. Qantas are now announcing from next year you can fly to Vegas from
Straight to
Sydney.
Vegas, yeah.
Yeah, which is, I mean, to be fair, I don't know why they weren't doing it before, because you can fly to Dallas, which is further. But, like, I support V'landys and Abdo and what they're trying to do. I understand they're trying to grow the game. Vegas now has a rugby league presence, especially like LA Roosters, things like that. There's a lot going on over there. But, like, if it's not having the financial support and all of it is us flying over there for it, what's the point?
Yeah.
Okay, you're giving people holidays, but what are we getting back from it?
Yeah, look, I think obviously once Vegas is done, maybe
love Japan.
maybe like a Japan or Hong Kong would be cool.
Japan, Hong Kong wouldn't be too bad. I mean,
do London. Like, I'm sure it'd
I
work.
reckon Japan's the prime spot.
See, the problem with London, right? We've kind of tapped that market already because of Super League.
Yeah.
So we've kind of tapped that. And to be fair, if you're sending players to London, that's a long trip. What's that, 30 hours or something
we do
ridiculous?
the World Cup in London every year. Like World Cup Challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very rare. It's held here.
I think Vegas is perfect because it's like
It's a midpoint between the two, really.
it is. You go to London, that's 24 hours plus of traveling.
Yeah. Look, I mean, I love that they've brought a Super League team in on it. I love that they brought the women's team in on it last year to try something else. But
Last year was too long.
Yeah, and they realised that, so they went back to 3 games this year. But is 3 games too long?
Yeah.
I think
Especially with...
I don't mind. Look, I watched a bit of the Super League game. Look, the English fans, they love it.
Yeah.
I think you got to maybe go Super League game into the maybe like the bigger like the Bulldogs Dragons, and then finish off with the Knights Cowboys. I don't know, but
Or do you just do you put the Super League in the middle? NRL, Super League, NRL.
Yeah.
Because let's be fair, the English fans were making a lot of noise,
Yeah.
so you've got them there for both games because they're going to come and watch a bit of the earlier game, even if it's only half of it. They're going to watch their game, and then they're normally going to hang around for the game after, or at least half of it.
yeah, I heard a beer at Allegiant Stadium, $18.
$25.30 Australian for those
Crazy.
that try to do the
So
conversions.
just when you think, guys, when you're at a game at CommBank or Allianz, or
Paying $12 for a beer or something.
that's pretty modest.
Actually, something I did, I was having a scroll while we were at the pub watching the game. Sorry, at the bowler watching the game.
Yeah.
And there was something that came up across my Facebook. I forgot to tell you about it. But it was apparently the DJs that were at the stadium
I
actually
did see
walked away because every time they tried to play music, someone would start chanting or doing something over the speakers.
Yeah, the English
So
fans.
they just shut the speakers off. I love it. I think it's great.
So all right, let's dive into a bit of off-field news. It keeps coming up, and it's not leaving. Lomax situation with Melbourne. I think there's rumours that V'landys and Abdo might have to talk in court, depending on whether they defend Lomax or what.
It's the week for the first ever Zach Lomax Cup, which is awesome. Thursday night, they kick off the second half of round 2. But the real fun stuff happens tomorrow. Or as we're filming this, it's a Sunday. Monday, they start the Parramatta versus Melbourne court proceedings. And Parramatta have subpoenaed the NRL for some records. So be interesting to see what comes out of that. Because obviously there was that message from Radisky to, I think, Abdo saying put the blowtorch on him. Be interesting to see what else comes out of it.
Do you think, Riles, do you think Lomax will play this year?
I reckon fucking Lomax should go to Melbourne because Parramatta, they released him fully at one stage, and then I reckon he should go to Melbourne. But
I think I think
hold him
that's his
back.
plan. I think
Yeah.
it depends on whether or not.
But he was given a
Wasn't he
conditional.
released?
He was given a conditional release.
yeah, okay.
So basically, he was going to sign with R360, right? That was his plan.
Yeah.
And
Now
they
we're going to
said,
hear about it.
they said you can go play rugby union, you go to
But you can't
R360,
sign
that's
with
fine.
another club,
But you
yeah.
cannot sign with another NRL club without their permission. I actually, and this hurts me to say this because I never thought I'd say nice things about Parramatta or any team that's not the Roosters, to be fair. But I actually like that Parra are doing this. Good on them. Because
Yeah.
Lomax
They're
broke his
finally
deal.
standing up for themselves. Yeah.
Well, look, see, everyone's going to throw back, but if a club doesn't want a player anymore, they can get rid of him. Well, if they release a player, they've still got to pay him out.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's just released and you get no money.
I think Lomax is a greedy little boy. I think, you had your time at Saints. You wanted to play on...
He left Saints early. He broke the contract at Saints to
He
get
wanted
a
to change
para.
positions.
Yeah.
Obviously, he didn't get on with Shane Flanagan.
Yeah,
McGregor?
no Happy Meals.
Oh, was he under McGregor for a
No,
year?
I think he
maybe?
liked McGregor, and then Flanagan
yeah,
came in, and he did
Which
like
I
Flanagan.
thought McGregor was a decent coach, but
Yeah, he was.
my memory.
Right, yeah, he's all right, yeah.
yeah, well, fucking who knows? But anyway, so Baldy Locks, obviously, he got the sack, and then Flanagan came in. But yeah, no, we went to Parramatta. As we all know, look, I sound like a broken record here, but I reckon I have this weird feeling Lomax will play this year for Melbourne. Maybe give it round 5 or 6.
I hope he doesn't, purely because I think Parramatta are in the right here.
And I think maybe Melbourne might offload Parra a player, and they might sort out a deal.
But I think as well, like, this is on Lomax, because if it's true, Lomax and his agent went to Melbourne and asked them about going down there. If it's true, they like some of the things that have been leaked are that they agreed to terms on Christmas Eve. They just needed Parramatta to sign off. Yeah. If that's the case, that's dodgy as fuck. Like, that is very dodgy.
Yeah. Well, let's get into round 1. The rest of round 1. 6 games to go. 6 games.
6 games.
Kicking off Thursday night.
Thursday night, the battle of the Zach Lomax Cup, Melbourne and Para in Melbourne.
Well, didn't Melbourne put 50 on him in the first round?
Yeah, Sunday afternoon game.
Dead set. I can't.
You called for a Mitchell Moses field goal, and then Mitchell Moses got hurt and was out for like 8 weeks. Yeah, I still remember that.
All right. Well, so what are the odds?
What are the odds, right?
Bellamy's record, he's never lost round 1.
Pretty tough to beat. He's also never had 40 points put on him in a half either, but the Roosters done that last year. Oh, sorry, I just had to get there. Yeah. Storm $1.46, Melbourne, Parramatta $2.74. Which is not bad odds though. Like, going to Melbourne is always tough, especially
if this
round
was
1.
at CommBank, I'd probably back Para.
I think Melbourne. I think
Melbourne.
Melbourne will want to prove a point. No Coates though. No Xavier Coates actually.
Yeah. I reckon the round 1 history's always on their side.
It's the only thing that's got on for them at the moment.
Yeah.
I reckon. I'll probably go. Yeah, Melbourne by
10.
Melbourne by a field goal.
Maybe by a try.
Yeah.
It'll be very low scoring. I think Melbourne. They got who's the fullback now? Obviously Pappenhausen.
Su'a-Fa'alogo.
I think he's electric.
Yeah,
He's
legit.
Every time Pappenhausen hasn't played for Melbourne,
he's played well.
Good,
he looks just as good.
Apart from when he he did have a couple of head knocks the last couple of years, but other than that, he's probably been better than Paps at times with his speed.
Well, you could tell Paps by the end. I mean, you could just see.
I feel for Paps. You could tell he's just he looked like he was burnt out. Yeah. Poor bloke.
So I'll probably back.
He's thinking, Ryley, while he thinks in two minds, who do you think's going to win? You going Melbourne?
Melbourne by 10.
See how easy that is, mate?
10. Yeah. I think I'll go Para by 2. I think Para will break.
You reckon Bellamy will lose his first round?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm sticking with Melbourne.
If Parramatta can win round 1, they'll make the 8. I think that's what they need. And in a nice start.
All right, let's jump over the ditch on Friday night.
Yes.
6 p.m. our time. The New Zealand Warriors, $2.53, versus the future 2026 premiers of the NRL.
We're
Minor premiers and premiers.
I don't know.
I'm just following what Chris Varg said. The Roosters, $1.52 to win over there.
So they're about $1.
The dollar point 1.01 difference, and I'm going the Chooks by 1 to 12.
It'll be closer than you think.
I reckon it's going to be tight.
Coming back.
Is Metcalf back, or is he missing still a couple of weeks?
Is he still out? I thought he was.
We'll find out.
I thought he missed a couple. Mitch Barnett's out, which does hurt them.
Teamless Tuesday. Yeah, well, Barnett, compassionate leave. They've flicked him.
Well, no, he's still playing this year.
Oh, this year?
So he's playing this year, but from next year he can go to another club.
Yeah, look,
You don't know.
Look, I was over there unfortunately, I'm not going over there this year. Across the ditch to watch the Chooks.
Stupid.
Mount Smart Stadium, great stadium. It's a pretty good ground. We lost there last year.
But
I think this year we'll just win by 4 points.
Nice.
Yeah, I reckon the Chooks by
Just.
6.
The closet Chooks fans.
I think
booking
maybe,
the
Ryley, big Roosters fan. I think we'll get into who Ryley goes for later, but I think
the Roosters, and then he pretends to have another team.
yeah. I think Roosters just, but they'll be a bit sloppy. I reckon it'll be an error-ridden game.
Yeah, I reckon the Roosters have always been a bit sloppy, but in a way.
Yeah, but we get the job done. Unlike Manly.
They like it sloppy. All right, what's the next game?
Heading up north to Suncorp. Surprise, surprise. Suncorp on a Friday night.
Broncos.
The
well.
Brisbane Broncos paying $1.70. Penrith Panthers $2.16. Now, what did I edge?
That'll be tough.
What are we going? Look, rematch of that prelim last year that we sat here and we were cheering when Penrith lost.
That was a
This
great
can go
prelim.
50-50
Well, remember last year, you think about it, last year, the Broncos put 50 on the Roosters week 1. Do they come out and have a similar effort this year?
I don't know.
Or are they not that good this year? They're going to choke.
Well, yeah, it's Suncorp on a Friday night, packed house.
Actually, fun little fact for you. Tickets for Penrith fans to go up there, because I was doing a bit of research. $189 for an adult. So Broncos win one comp in 20 years and they think they can charge premium prices. The dicks. $189
for one person.
for one adult ticket.
That's why you buy kids' tickets, guys.
No,
I've always done it.
Kids' tickets, same price.
Bullshit.
Seriously.
Seems like a fraud.
Mate, they win one comp in 20 years and they jack the prices up. Me and Wayne were talking about it because we're looking at we're going up there for when we play them.
Oh, yeah, right. Well...
Sorry, yeah.
I think coming off the loss that Bronx had against Hull, KR...
They're going to want to...
I think they'll win. They'll win by... I'm going to go Ben Hunt field goal.
Oh,
That
Jesus.
close, yeah.
Broncos to win, but just win. I'm not even going to put field goals in there like you.
I reckon Brisbane by 6.
Yeah, I think Penrith... I reckon it'll be a close... I reckon it'll be a great
close,
game.
Yeah, it'll be close.
And who's after that one?
Now, Saturday, we got 2 games. We don't have the early 2 p.m. game. We've only got the 5:30 and 7:30. 5:30, we go out to Portaloo Stadium. Ocean Protect Stadium. Shark Park for the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks, paying $1.34 versus the newly coached Gold Coast Titans, paying $3.29. Now, I'm going to get in early and say Josh Hannay's going to get his first Gold Coast Titans win this weekend. Yep. I'm calling it because anytime Cronulla lose, I win. Because it's great seeing everyone in my neighbourhood pissed off.
I reckon Sharks
So you're back in
13
Titans?
plus.
I'm going Titans, fuck it. Why not?
Sharks 13 plus. I reckon they just
I'm
smash them.
gonna go Sharks 13 plus
Wait,
2.
way to not
And
support me there, boys.
yeah, look, I just think
Too strong.
Shark Park on a Saturday Arvo. It might be a bit warm. Might be a lovely afternoon.
Mate, Keanu Kinney, Jaden Campbell, AJ Brimson, you don't think they're going to go through a bit?
Oh, well, I think...
New coach want to set the record straight after a crappy year last
I
year?
think I could see like a 30 to 18.
I reckon your best mate
Like a
Ronaldo
30 or
will
16.
score 2 tries.
Mate, Ronaldo's not playing, and there's a reason he's not playing, and he's not allowed to play. Because I'll tell you what, the best thing is I don't have to travel to Shark Park. Portaloo Stadium
Yeah,
this
what's
year.
after that one?
Then we go Saturday night. Riley's
tough
Manly
game.
Sea
This is
Eagles,
actually a tough game.
$1.92 versus the Canberra Raiders, $1.92.
Yeah, it is
Jamal
at home.
Fogarty versus his old team.
It's
What
a
is it with
tough
Manly?
So
and-
Riley... Well, no one knows.
Manly
but
and
Riley, you're a
Hartford.
Manly fan.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Manly
alluded to
fan.
it.
Big Manly fan.
No, you're not. You're a half and half Manly fan. I've seen you in a Roosters jersey.
No, I reckon we'll get it done. Being a home game, I reckon the crowd will bring us home.
Fogarty against his old club,
Yeah,
round one.
Fogarty, I reckon we'll get it done.
Mate, twice in 4 rounds, Manly are playing a halfback that used to play for the opposition.
And what are Manly playing again, sorry?
Both at $1.92. Even odds. Even odds.
I'm going to go Manly 13 plus. I think Manly might turn it on around 1. I think Raiders might still be thinking about that horror.
I think
prelim.
round 1 Manly will get up, but I don't think it'll be much. I think it'll be pretty tight. And boys, we finish up on Sunday. Dolphins and Rabbits. Dolphins $1.81. Rabbitohs $2.04. Up at Suncorp. Lovely Sunday at Suncorp. Mate, I'm back in the Fins. I reckon they got a point to prove after missing the 8 last year. They're going to want to be a bit aggressive and a bit angry.
I reckon the Rabbits. I reckon they're underrated this year. Like, if they don't get injured, I reckon they have a decent
I don't think
side.
the Rabbits are ever underrated. I actually think they're overrated more than they're underrated. And I'm not saying that as a Roosters fan. I'm saying that as like, for what they have, right, they should be winning every game, not being like not scraping by the way they are. Uncle Wayne's probably getting a bit old in the bit long in the tooth.
Yeah. I'm going to go South Sydney.
Yeah, I reckon Souths will win.
Glory to South Sydney. I think...
Sit down if you hate the South.
I reckon 13 plus. I reckon they're going to be like, oh, here
at
comes
Suncorp.
South. Yeah, I think that...
You'll be
I think
close at the
AJ...
start, and
I fear that AJ is going to pip a few tries, and then round 2 when South versus Roosters at Allianz...
What is it? He's 3 short, isn't he?
I think, yeah. I mean, I'll get two at Suncorp, and then he'll just need to get 1 against us Chooks, and then...
I reckon he might get all 3 against the Dolphins. Because you got to think about last year, right? They were the best attacking team in the comp, but defensively they sucked. So they were scoring 40 points, but giving up 50. I reckon he could actually do it all against Dolphins. And if he does play us, I hope he gets no tries again, like last year when they were all bragging about, we're going to storm the field. That sucked for them, didn't it?
Yeah, look, I mean, obviously last year didn't happen, but...
Suckers.
Yeah, I think South's just.
Just, yeah.
I think-
By 8, I reckon.
I think it'll be an interesting year for them because they got Kolomatangi this year, then he's obviously off to the Dragons.
Yeah, he's off to the Dragons.
27.
They get Haas next year. Hakeem
That's a
Haas.
big buy.
Hakeem
Haas is a big
the
buy.
dream. Yeah,
Does
that's-
Latrell stay healthy? Actually, AJ had some stuff.
Look-
Brandon Smith had some calf issues. Cameron Murray needs to stay healthy. Jai Arrow's got a shoulder injury.
Yeah.
They could be in some trouble early on as well. Don't forget.
Look,
Latrell's good for a calf at some point this year.
I don't have Souths in my 8 this year, but as much as I hate them, I could probably put them in my 8 for the next year. When you put Hakeem the Dream Payne Haas in, they're gonna have a dangerous squad, especially that left edge. When you got obviously Payne, Walker, Latrell, Fafita.
Well, that's the thing, right? Walker's last year of his deal is this year, I think. So does Walker even play past this year, or is he gonna, like the last 2 years he hasn't played a lot because of injuries? Is he done? Is the old man done?
Oh, we'll find out, mate.
The RMTV podcast is brought to you by The Legal Problem Solver. The team brings over 25 years of experience in wills, probate, estates, conveyancing, property and commercial law. Connect with The Legal Problem Solver on LinkedIn, Facebook and Instagram.
But before we wrap up things, Riley, so you're a big Manly fan, mate.
Yeah.
How do you think Manly are going to go this year?
Yeah, look, I don't know. It depends. You got the first 10 games. I reckon that will predict our season. To be honest,
Well, if Tommy stays fit.
yeah, if Tommy stays fit, Fogarty as well, and then Jake and
No
Hamole.
jersey scandals or anything like that.
If Hamole stays fit, I reckon we'll go all right. Maybe like eighth or
Well,
10th, in between that range.
At least
well,
I like the honesty there, actually, to be honest.
I don't mind. I feel like Manly are flipping the coin. Like they're gonna have a good year. They're gonna have a shit year.
Fogarty could be good for you, though.
Yeah,
I think he'll be one of the buys of the year.
maybe. Yeah.
Look, obviously we had Bella Seabot on a few
Yep.
weeks ago, and she
Lovely insight on the Manly program.
Great insight from Bells. She reckons Manly top 4.
I like her optimism. She's backing her dad to get the job done and the boys, but we'll have an idea by round 4 when we play them, won't we?
Oh yeah, no, I can't wait. Round 4, Brookie.
Oh mate, on that
Thursday
hill.
night, a Friday or Saturday night would have been peak.
Yeah, it would have been
Yeah.
better. Yeah.
Of course, the Broncos have the Friday night time slot, so we could have done Saturday instead. North Queensland versus Melbourne. Pooslinger in Townsville was better, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. But that would be a great game. But Riley, what do you think? I'll put you on the spotty. Top 8. What are you thinking?
Like from ranks, from
Yeah.
first to-
Just who do you think's gonna be there? Like no order. Who do you think?
So, top 4, I reckon Melbourne.
Yep.
They'll come 4th.
We're judging you, by the way.
Roosters, Penrith, and who else is there? Brisbane.
So you
That's my
Brisbane.
top
You think
4.
Brisbane gonna have a solid year?
Yeah, I reckon they'll be close to back to back. I reckon I'll go back to back.
So you think who's gonna take out the comp?
Brisbane.
Spoon.
Spoon. I reckon Titans. Yeah.
Titans. Yeah, I went Titans.
That's
Did
right.
you go Saints?
I think I went St George. Yeah.
Yeah, but you despise St. George a lot.
No. I don't despise St George. I
Nepotism.
despise the.
You don't like nepotism.
I despise. Well, no, I despise the nepotism of. But I did say, and to my credit, I gave Flanagan a shout that he didn't play Kyle at halfback today. He gave it to Atkinson. I gave him a bit of respect for that. So and I said that when we got to the pub and we were watching. I was like, crap, Flanagan's not playing 7. This could be signs of improvement for Flanagan. For Shane, that is. Not sure about Kyle.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Remember to go and follow Bam Bam Electrical. It's just launched. If you need any electrical work done around Sydney, or maybe even if you live in Wollongong or Central Coast, Ryley might shoot up or down there. But yeah, so it's live now. Give it a follow, and remember to follow us.
Definitely follow us.
Turn notifications on YouTube and Spotify so you know when the episode drops. Like and comment, and we'll be back after round 1.
Sounds like a plan.